Hey everybody, welcome back to Simple Acre Homestead. So, a beautiful day today. Making the most of it. I had the day off, so just making every minute count. We're cleaning this job up this weekend. We're gonna have the goats, we're gonna have the ability at least to put the goats in here. I'm pretty sure we're going to. We're just discussing that right now, but everything's to the point where we think we're safe to bring them over. We got the milker stand in here for Molly, and you guys already saw in the last video the stall is ready to go. We've got the outside paddock ready for them. Well, it will be soon. What I'm doing is I've mentioned before, Cindy had the idea of putting the big O around the pressure treated posts so the goats don't chew on it and potentially make them sick. And I've got the far one done over there. I'm working on the center post. I have to double up on that center post because the big O won't quite go all the way around. And then I'm going to work on probably these 3 posts right here. It was going to take me a bit of time because I have to cut around all the wire and things like that. So that's what I'm going to keep working on right now. And when we get all that done, I'm going to talk to Cindy and we're going to discuss whether or not we bring the goats over. We're going to bring the goat in over as well. Stick it over here in the corner under the shelter. They're used to that little building, so we're not going to just take it away from them. So we're going to put that in under this outside area. And we're going to give them the ability to go inside through the door to Narnia, as we had discussed before. But for now, the weather's still good, so we don't really have to bring them inside. We can keep the barn that much cleaner for a little bit longer, and we can just kind of keep them out here in the paddock. We only have the 2 goats right now. I don't know if we've talked about that in a while, but we have Tiny, Terry, Tim, I don't know what his name is, Cindy's little buck. And we have Molly that we've kept the whole time because she's our milking goat. Everything else we've sold off throughout the year because coming into the winter months, we didn't really want to carry a lot of livestock any more than we had to as far as the goats and things like that. We're still going to have the 4 pigs. Still waiting for babies. Eventually, we're going to have to scale that back as well. We keep giving them the benefit of the doubt and prolonging the inevitable, I suppose, because eventually we're going to have to either sell them off or possibly put them in the freezer because they're not meant to be pets, even though they kind of become that way. We've had them so long now without any luck. So anyway, guys, I'm going to get this job complete so we can finalize this whole thing, and we're pretty much going to have this wrapped up for the year. There are a few things I wanted to do still. I wanted to put little awnings and things like that on the building, but that's going to happen next year. I still have too much to do this year as far as building Max's new doghouse and just plain getting ready before the snowfall starts to fall. So once we get this wrapped up, hopefully with the next video or 2, Cindy and I are going to sit down in the meantime. We're going to start working on that, what did this whole thing cost? And that we're talking both barns, concrete, paddock, everything. For those that may be curious, there's the cost of materials, and then there's the time cost. Now the time cost is my time that I didn't pay somebody else. I guess that's where we save the money, maybe. We'll discuss that. So what's happening here, as I said, the big O won't quite go all the way around. I don't want to go out and buy a 6-inch or a 5-inch big O. I believe it's the next step up is 6-inch. I've got these 4-inch left over from when we did the underground hydro lines to the barns. So I am going to just basically, I put the one on, that's going to leave this corner exposed. I'm going to go back the other way with this piece. That'll completely wrap this post and should protect it from being nibbled on. The goats aren't very tall. If they're reaching up here, I'd be surprised. So it's a little hard in the fingers trying to get these on. So as far as I'm concerned, this post is going to be protected. It still allows for the air to travel between inside the pipe up and down that post. If the moisture hits this, it should run down right through. I believe this will work. I think she had a good idea. I think that's going to do the trick. This one over here, we just wrapped it around. I left the open part, which is only about 2 inches wide. I left that to the fence side. The goats aren't going to really get in there to nibble on something that can't get their head inside there, so this should be fine. Those over there, they're going to be tricky. I got to do some cutting. This may not even be necessary, but these aren't really posts that we want to replace, for one thing, and they are treated, pressure treated, so if they're not chewing on these, it's probably a good thing.
It's moving day. It'll take them a little while to adjust, but I think they will quickly. So we're pretty much done. We need to move their water and their food in here, move the food into the barn. Bert's gonna make a smaller hay feeder for inside the barn. We'll figure something out for out here. And the barn's functional. So these days, Terry is all about Molly, as you can see. But now we need to watch and see if he's actually small enough to get through this gate. We don't think he will be, but you never know. So this is going to be Molly's first time being milked in the new goat barn. She's usually very cooperative, but since this is new, we'll see how it goes. Hi, Molly. Hi. Good girl. Come on. I know, you just got here. Come on. Oh no. Oh no. Come on. This might be a two-man job for a while.
The door to Narnia might be a better.
Come on, Molly. So Bert had to adjust the layout of the milk stand so that it would fit in this space, and the step has been moved to the side instead of the back, so everything's new for her. Yeah, come on up. Come on. Good girl. Good girl. Come on, Molly, you know the drill. Good girl. All right, so I'll do a quick review of our milking machine, the Hantop Milking Machine, because I have to speak now before I start milking her because it gets quite loud. But it is a great machine, very simple, very basic. So I forget how large this was, but it's more than enough, way more than enough. It's got Very simple hookups. They're labeled, they stay on quite well. So we've got 1, 2, and 3. Put it on, turn it on, and it all works really well. And she is quite cooperative at this point. Took a while, but usually she'll come to the gate when it's milking time and she just waits there for me to put the leash on her, but that might take a while with the new setup. As you can hear, Terry is never happy when I take her away. So the machine's very basic, easy to clean. I clean it simply by pumping soapy warm water, and when needed I add some bleach to that mixture and hang it to dry. So super simple that way. We're almost done milking Molly because it's been a while. She's not giving us very much now, and I assume if she's not already, she will be pregnant very soon. So at the beginning, this was very easy to put on and get suction. Lately, not so much, but that has nothing to do with the machine. She's just growing that winter fur. We haven't shaved her, so it's just a little harder. You have to try a little harder to get the suction, but oh no. Okay, so that answers our question about whether Terry can get through or not. So stay tuned for that. So Molly is very good while being milked. I only have to check on her once in a while. We're gonna wrangle this little guy. And thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Hey, buddy. Hi. Look, she's in there. Okay. Okay, I know. Put him in the pen. Come on.